Hello kids, this is a program, a part of a program which was in some of the board paper. So today I'm going to tell you how to approach a problem when it is in front of you written in the question paper. In BlueJ, when we try to type the code, we get the errors as soon as we type if there is any error, right? But when we are writing the question program on the paper, then we don't come to know the error. So we have to always think ahead and see that we are not making an error when we are writing the program code. Okay, this is a question, this is a part of a question. I have made it a little simpler just to begin with. So the question says that you have to write a program in Java for the following case study or the following scenario. Write the mnemonics and the variables tables also. So mnemonics and variable table is kind of same. If it's mentioned in the instructions of the board paper, you should write it because it carries marks. It is puja season and shopping season as well. You work as an employee at small bazaar. The owner has asked you to create an application that would quickly calculate a discount on the purchase, and also a gift is there. Now it is given that the purchase amount is in rupees, which they can take it as P, discount D, 20% of P, gift a travel kit. Write a program that inputs the amount of purchase, print the amount payable, and gift that the customer should get. Now here you have to visualize in your mind that when you run the program, it should not have any error, of course, but it should print the amount payable, and it should also print the gift which the customer is getting. So keeping in mind that what is the aim of the program, you have to think backwards now. So you have to calculate the discount, of course, because you are getting a discount. It's festive season. You're getting a discount of certain amount on the purchase amount. So first, just visualize in your mind that what is that calculation which you will have to do. This is a very simple calculation. If you have the amount purchase of P, let's say 1000 rupees, and you are getting a discount on that as 20%, you have to calculate 20% of 1000 and then subtract that amount from the main amount, the purchase amount, right? So that will give you your amount payable. So that you have to print, and the gift also you have to print to the customer. Okay, so this is the first thought process you should have in your mind. Then secondly, we come to the variables being used. So variables, as you can see, it's quite clear. Most of the programs will have a certain amount of variables already defined in the program itself, in the question itself. You can take a cue from there, but there may be some more variables which you have to take in the process of writing the program. Okay, so here I have to have a certain number stored in P, which is my purchase amount or the MRP, you can say, of the product. Then discount D. Now this discount D, you can take it as 20% in the beginning, then you can calculate 20% of P and store that in discount. That depends on your implementation. Then you can also store the gift travel kit as in a variable as well. It helps because this is a very simple program. It won't come as it is. It might have a lot of variations where you need to store certain things maybe in a gift variable as well. Okay, now the third thing is how you get the input. You have to get the input, and what you have to get the input. The input is the price P. So this input can be given through the main method, or maybe using a scanner class. In boards, ultimately you will be required to get a scanner class in picture and use that, but you can also use main method, just maybe in your school exams, or it's how it is taught to you as per the school exam. So yeah, let's go ahead and start doing the program now. Here we begin with writing the code now. So now you could see that my question was coming till half the page. I don't want to start on that half page. So always it's a good practice to start a program on a new page so that you can cover most of it on the same page. If required, you can of course take the next page as well, but it is a good practice to start the program on a fresh page with the question number, of course. Okay, so let's say if this is question 1, then we have to Now if we are using a scanner class here, so we will import, don't forget to import the library for that or the package for that. We will write import java.util.star so that we can have everything. Now also don't ever forget to write the semicolons appropriately, otherwise your code will not be considered as error-free code, okay, which is very important for to get the full marks in exam. Then you have to write your class name. So we'll start with public class, and it is okay if you want to name your class as with the question number, okay. So this is the first bracket, so somewhere down it will be the end bracket as well, don't forget the brackets also. Then we start with your method, you can say void main, okay. If you are using the main method input, then you can put the input thing here, but I'm using a scanner class right now, so I'll start the brackets, okay. You can put these brackets here as well, not a problem. Now first we have to get all the variables, right? So how will we get the variables? We'll start with double only, because the purchase amount, discount, all these things are fraction, they can have decimal values as well. So we'll say double P, then we'll say amount which is payable for us, the final amount, and let's say discount also we will consider as a variable. Now here I have not initialized them, so it's always good if you want to initialize them in the beginning itself, so that there is no problem going ahead. You can always reassign them when you are using the input or you're calculating something. So it's always good to have a reassignment. Now see, if I have not put any, I just went on writing it, I did not put any space. So always good to have spaces, like even these spaces are very necessary. Suppose you forget to import something, you can always put it here. Suppose you forget to declare the variable, you can always put them here in your leaves, in your blank lines which you are leaving every time. So here I can do maybe like this, but then it will get clutter. If you want to cut something, it's okay, just cut it with one line, that's it, okay. Now let's start on a fresh line. Double P is equal to 0.0 because it's a decimal, 0.0, and let's say D is also D, we can let's say do 20, or I can also write 0.2 because my this is already given, so I can say 20% is nothing but 20 divided by 100, which is 0.2, okay. I can write that also, I can just hard code that. Now I want to also assign a variable for the gift, so I'll say string gift is equal to, so a string will always be in double quotes, right? Okay, so this is my variable definition. Now let's scan for the inputs, okay. So how will we do that? We say we have to define a new scanner class. We can take the name as SC, we can say new, then we can say as scanner, which is a method, then we call the appropriate stream system.in and put a semicolon, right? That's how we create a scanner class, okay. Then we will take the input. So what is the input, what variable we have to take? That is our P. So P is equal to SC dot, because it's a double, we'll say next double and just the method. Now see here, the user will not know what he has to input, so, and I forgot to write the system.out.print, so now this line will come in handy. So I'll say here system.out.println brackets, I'll say enter an amount, okay, like that. Fine, you have to write of course very neatly, pardon me for my bad handwriting. Now we have got the P, we have D already defined. So now what is the thing we have to calculate? We have to calculate amount, okay. So what is amount? Amount will be P minus D multiplied by P, right? Just 20% of P, okay. So this is my amount and that's it. So I'll just go here and say system.out.println print ln. Now here I have to be careful while writing the print command. Your amount payable is bracket quotes close plus amount, the variable names are never in quotes, as we have discussed so many times in the class. Then we'll say plus, now also we want to put the gift. Your whatever message you are giving, it will always come in the quotes. Gift is, then again plus, and my gift variable, and then I close the bracket. That's it. Okay, and then I close the other brackets. That's it. That's our program. So you have to take care of the spacing of the linings and things like that. I hope you got some idea on how to go about it. I'll be posting more videos on one or two more programs.